You scared me. What? You never seen a hard-working man just get off of work? You know what time it is right now? Do you know what time it is right now? I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's 11:31 at midnight, and we still getting this content out though. Who else you know doing it like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, you already know what's going on. Got off work. Got my hot. Relax. It's just coffee.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
How else do you think I'm gonna get this content out? Come on. Y'all better stop playing with me. I'm so tired. What's up, YouTube? Blackjack's attacking you with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Or just the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. You know, that works too, I guess. Mind you, it's mad late. For me, at least. Because I'm tired. I don't know if you can see it on my face. Oh, you say I still look cute? You say I still look nice? You say I'm pretty? Sam! The Stanley Parable. I'm just walking around. This actually came out a few years ago. I forget when. This is like a remaster version of a game that came out on PC a while ago. If you've been keeping up with like YouTube stuff, it low-key looks like the Backrooms, but Backrooms looks like this. It's not really supposed to be like Backrooms, like it's nothing scary for real. We're taking a break from all the horror games. You're welcome. Yeah, it's just something chill. I just thought we have a nice change of pace. We're not gonna be playing scary games every game. And I also want to get a game that I wanted to like finish through, and the Stanley Parable can be a good first game. It's not really hard or I think it's long. It might be long. I heard there's a lot of endings or whatever. I know that it's just you're walking, narrator's talking to you, you're going through the office trying to figure out why all these people aren't here, and you're playing as a guy named Stanley, and he has a boring life, I guess. I don't know, but we're about to jump into it, so let's do it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Stanley, you're bugging, bro. Ain't no way they got you working this 9-to-5 job, no coffee. Come on, bro. Where's your hot at, bro? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I know you need it. Like, okay, so... Oh, you do got it. Okay. You got the Mondays, though. That's basic. Whatever.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, He couldn't find it. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't.
You already know.
Please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yes,
Pick
sir.
a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks?
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Hey, 420, you already know it. And they got that plant by their door? Come on now, bro. We already know what you're doing in there. See, that's why I don't get cut. New content. What? What? Is this a trick, bro? You trying to trick me? Are you trying to trick me, dude? It was a trick. Where are you taking me right
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
But what if this is already all new to me?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
No, bro, this look like back rooms now. What am I supposed to do now? I'm stuck.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's scary. You're scaring me, bro. You're a bit too excited.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
You're making me very anxious.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Oh. 10 out of 10. Best game. If you could jump any game, best game. Okay, I'm bored. I'm bored.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Hopefully.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Can you relax? Jumping is fine, bro. Jumping in the Stanley Parable? Ultra Deluxe Edition, bro? You gonna get bad? You greedy. You greedy. You're asking for too much.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. You restarted the game. This dude really just restarted my game. And closed my door. Okay. Guys, I have never played this before. I know that's how your office is supposed to look. I've never played this before. This is my first playthrough, and I don't think it's supposed to.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Anyways, I don't think this was the, this is how the game goes.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Who are you calling a dork, bruh? I'm coming. Bet.
Never mind. You're not a dork.
Right. That's what I thought. Talk shit. Yeah, hey, boy.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay. Narrator, I'm gonna call you Narrow, okay? Narrow, this is my first time playing. I don't know what's going on, you know. I'm just going through with it.
It's only my third day out here.
Don't expect me to know everything, bro, cause what the? What is this? He's turned into Dark Souls for a minute.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Cool. I mean, I wasn't here for any of this, Narrow, but, you know. Good times. I was like 12 back then, but, we was all doing something back then, 2013. Yep, yes sir. A trip down memory lane. Do I got a CD? Wait, let me see. I thought that said the Stanley Parable soundtrack.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Don't compare to Persona 3. What? Persona 3? Come on now, my guy. Persona 3 was a banger, bro.
You pointing that gun the wrong way.
here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Now, if I go on GameSpot right now, when I see that that's on there, I'll give you your props. If it's not, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Okay.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
I guess, dude. I mean, can't rewind the past,
Wait.
but
Hang on.
you do you.
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
We back.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
I mean...
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
No, bro. Look, bro. You good? You see that? What's that say? What's that say? Recommend it, bro. It's okay. You good. It's a graveyard. That's a fence. Okay. What to say? I got Squidward Dreams out here.
Here lie Squidward's hopes and dreams. What a baby.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm
Don't look at
preachy.
me,
Honestly,
bro.
you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I mean, you can be a bit pushy, bro. Not to mention you was gaslighting my not going to the vent.
Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Just saying. Might need to do some self-improvement, self-reflection, you know? That's okay. We all got our flaws. Just, do you,
What's this
you know?
one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay, cool.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review,
much,
or
bro.
at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
You talking too much, bro.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I don't
Because I
want to do
should
it.
become better educated on how exactly... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Dang,
It's not
really?
unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest
Okay, let's
that
pay
we
attention
not
to the clock
press
this
the
time. Let's
button
pay attention
again.
to the clock.
I think the skip button has been aptly
So what does that
demonstrated,
say?
and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
It's like 2.
Where did the door go?
12.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do
Oh,
feel
wow.
quite certain that there was one
Okay,
here
212,
before.
let's go.
How else? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
Let's go
Stanley,
Friday!
the door is... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're
What time is
back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and you saying nothing.
Bro, I'm
Wouldn't
talking to you,
think
bro.
that
What you
it's
mean? I'm talking to
exactly
you.
the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley.
Bro, I'm talking
not
to
the
you.
outcomes, not the...
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I was talking to you this whole time.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire
Nah,
year?
bro, I'm mad at you, bro. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. I'm mad. Hello? 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 Narrow. Narrow, row, 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 row. Narrow. Where you at, bro? Huh?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and...
Here you go again, bro. Here you go again. You're just complaining. Are you asleep? Are you asleep? On the clock?
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
What? Oh my god. Whoa. Hey. Can we get a door now? I'm gonna make this turn into the wish button. We gotta manifest. You ready? We about to manifest, boy. Ooh, we about to manifest. Okay, bet. Look. I wish to have a door. Bro. This ain't a door, bro. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It don't always work the first time. I wish to have a door. We got the plants back. How's really starting to look like back rooms now. Also for plants. Hello? is Mad Max? Help! Help! I lost my only friend. I don't know where he is. He was talking to me and now he's just gone. I took him for granted. I just wanted him to stop talking. He just wouldn't stop talking. Come on, bro. We're back?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, I missed your voice, bro. It was getting so scary, my guy. It was getting so scary. I was out in the desert. You didn't even know, bro. You don't even know. I'll listen to whatever you're gonna do. What? No!
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
No! You're scaring me. I don't want to do it again.